Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel, man. We must continue to set the record straight here, guys. Stop the lies and the narratives. And we must continue to put some respect on Michael Jordan, man. For real. You guys know the deal, man. And in this video, we're going to speak to something I've been talking to you guys about for several months now on this channel when it comes to LeBron James and the inconsistency of his teams over his entire career. I've told you guys many times, LeBron James-led teams are very inconsistent. They underachieve. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, guys, how the LeBron James teams always seem to underachieve, guys. And I'll explain to you what I'm talking about and how this relates to all this stuff, man, about being the favorites and the underdogs and things of that nature, guys. And I'm going to thank you guys, man, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man. Much respect, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Everybody in England and France and New Zealand and Australia and Japan and the Philippines. Everybody in Canada, Serbia, Mexico, Belgium, Germany, the Netherlands. Everybody out there in the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, South Africa, Kenya, Trinidad and Tobago. Yo, shout out to everybody, man, for real, man. I am truly humbled, guys. Much respect. Shout out to everybody across the states, you know, New York, LA, Chicago, DC, Detroit, Connecticut, Florida, Texas, Ohio, North Carolina. Shout out to everybody out there, man, for real, man. Much respect to all you guys. I am truly humbled by support. Shout out to Massachusetts. For real, guys, I'm truly humble, man. Thank you. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So yes, guys, like I said, man, on this channel, guys, it's all about setting the record straight, guys, and stopping these narratives. And I've told you guys about this narrative that LeBron James was always the underdog, right? This is the LeBron James fans. This is the media. They always want you to believe that LeBron James is an underdog. LeBron James is carrying teams. He's carrying bums, right? That's the famous line. Oh, LeBron James carrying bums. LeBron James makes his teammates better. LeBron James gets the most out of his teammates. He does more with less. These are all lies and narratives, guys. He does not make his teammates better. He does not do more with less. This is why he always needs more help, right? It's all right there in front of your face. Every season, man needs more help. I told you it can't be both ways. But when we talk about LeBron James, guys, on this channel, I talk to you guys about being the quote-unquote favorite, being the underdog, and the narratives, guys. That's exactly what this is. And we're going to talk about in this video, man. And I wrote some of this stuff down, guys. Now, if you guys remember or recall, oftentimes when I talk to you guys about the inconsistency of LeBron James-led teams, right, the teams that LeBron James leads, over the years, they've been inconsistent, right? The Lakers, the Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, they're inconsistent. They underachieve. And what do I mean by that? Well, quite simply, guys, if you remember also, I tell you on this channel that when you hear people talk about LeBron James being the quote-unquote underdog in the NBA Finals, or they'll say that LeBron James was never the quote-unquote favorite, he's never the favorite, LeBron James, never the favorite. And they use it as an excuse, as a crutch, once again, as a narrative to once again highlight LeBron James' struggles and how he's always seems to be battling uphill somehow. Oh, he's always going uphill. He's going against all his competition. That's what they want you to believe. But I've told you guys on this channel that the problem with LeBron James going into the NBA Finals, which is why sometimes he's the underdog, not all the time, but sometimes he may be the underdog, maybe more often than not, is because more often than not, LeBron James teams underachieve throughout the regular season, guys. And where's the evidence of this, and what do I mean by that? Well, quite simply, guys, if we think about something like this, I wrote this stuff down. I went all the way back to the 2009 NBA season, right around the time that LeBron James started to have postseason success, right when he started to go on his grind, so to speak. So 2009, the Cleveland Cavaliers, guys, there's such a thing called the preseason odds, right? We've talked about this on this channel. Preseason odds, going into the NBA season, what the expectations are for your team. And going into the 2009 NBA season, the Cleveland Cavaliers had the 6th best odds to win a title. Not bad, right? You're top 10 in the odds. Number 6, not bad. They were supposed to, or they were expected to win 47 games, guys. And what did they win? They won 66 games that season, right? The 2009 season. When I told you guys they had the 6th best odds, they were only expected to win 47 games. They won 66. So they almost won 20 more games than they were expected to win. They overachieved that season, right? They looked great during the regular season. And this is why we point to LeBron James failing and choking in the 2009 semifinal Eastern Conference Final against the Orlando Magic, right? They were supposed to be the team to win that. The Orlando Magic, I think they were like number 16 or 17 in the odds that season going into the season, guys. So the Cleveland Cavaliers were supposed to be a much better team than the Orlando Magic, but the Cleveland Cavaliers managed to lose that season, even though they overachieved on 66 games. And this is why we point that out as a failure for LeBron James. Losing to the Orlando Magic in 2009, right? That's when he gets exposed. Let's go to the next season, 2010. The Cleveland Cavaliers, now remember, they just came off of winning 66 games the season before, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're going into the next season now. Their odds go up. They're the second greatest odds to win the title this season, guys, behind the Lakers. This is where their odds were at in the 2010 season, guys. Second greatest odds to win. They were supposed to win 62 games, I believe, that season. They won 61. So they were one game under the expected mark. Okay, no doubt about it. 61 games. Still pretty impressive, though, guys, right? And what would happen in 2010, though? Even though they had the second best odds going into the season, during the season, LeBron James teams are inconsistent. They don't live up to the hype sometimes. And all of a sudden, coming into the postseason, what happens? LeBron James chokes it up against the Boston Celtics. They were up 2-1 in that series, and they lost 3 games in a row. LeBron James averaging like 5 or 6 turnovers. Right? So that's 2010, guys. They were the second best odds to win a title, but they didn't win. They didn't even make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, guys. Once again, LeBron James teams not living up to the hype, underachieving. Think about 2011. The first year he forms his super team in Miami, immediately preseason odds to win the whole title. Number 1, the Miami Heat. Preseason favorites to win the whole title, guys. They're expected to win 64 games that season, but they only win 58. So once again, they underachieve under the expectations that they had going into the season, guys. The number 1 best odds to win the title, by far, the Miami Heat that season, guys. Dallas Mavericks weren't even in the top 5. And they lost to Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals that season, guys, right? These are the preseason odds going into that season. Everyone's picking a super team Heat to win. They failed. This, once again, points to the reason why we exposed LeBron James and the choke job that he put on in the 2011 NBA Finals, man. His team was supposed to win. They were the favorites that entire season going into the season, guys. They were the favorites, but they underachieved. They were inconsistent throughout the season, right? And going into the finals, what happens? They underachieve. 2012, LeBron James and the Heat win their first title. Okay. And what happens? They win their first title, right? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I got music playing all of a sudden on here, man. So they win their first finals in 2012. And what happens in 2012, guys? They end up playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 2012 NBA Finals. But going into that season, guys, once again, they were the favorites to win the title. Once again, even though they had a choke job in the 2011 NBA Finals, LeBron James and the Heat were still the favorites, number 1 title favorites going into that season, guys. Once again, they were supposed to win 47 games. Remember, this was a lockout shortened season. They won 46. All right, so they underachieved a little bit, and they win their first title when they were supposed to win, right? The LeBron James fans always talk about how they're not favorites or they're underdogs because I believe in the finals, they were underdogs technically against the Thunder. But once again, going into the season, they were the heavy favorites to win the title. But during the season, they seem to underachieve sometimes, which will make them not be the quote-unquote favorites when you're talking about the championship. So let's think about the 2012, the next season, guys. Once again, the Miami Heat are once again the number 1 favorite going into that season, guys, in 2013. Scheduled to win 60 games. They were expected to win. They won 66 games that season. They overachieved that year. LeBron James and the super team Miami Heat, number 1, supposed to win the title. And they win the title in 2013, barely off a Ray Allen shot, right? This is the Miami Heat, guys, once again, underachieving, right? Barely winning a championship that they probably shouldn't have even won. But they'll tell you the Miami Heat are never the favorites. LeBron James never the favorite. This is clearly showing you guys that they're the favorites going into the seasons. Always the favorites going into the season. And once again, they were the favorite again. Let's think about the next season now. LeBron James leaves Miami. Now he goes to the Cleveland Cavaliers now this next season, right? 2015. Going into the season, guys, 2015, they were the number 1 favorites, guys. The Cleveland Cavaliers, the number 1 favorites going into the season in 2015. They were expected to win 58 games. They only won 53, guys. Once again, they underachieved. And they lose in the finals. The Golden State Warriors that season, guys, they weren't even in the top 10 for coming in for preseason title odds, guys. Not even in the top 10, the Warriors. right? They overachieved that season, right? They raised up to expectations. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they couldn't even win the expected amount of games that they were supposed to win that season. They had the number one best odds to win the title, and they of 2 games to win the NBA Finals, and LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers choked it up. I don't want to hear about the injuries, guys. Once again, this is why they were the favorites coming into the season. Guys like Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, another super team for LeBron James, right? Now, in 2017, the Warriors were the number 1 favorite, right? Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. The Cleveland Cavaliers were number 2, right behind them, right? Second best odds to win the title by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2017 season. They were expected to win 56 games that year. They only won 51, though, guys. Once again, LeBron James teams underachieving throughout the regular season, guys, which goes to them being underdogs when it matters most because they don't achieve or live up to the hype. 2018, same thing. Second best odds to win the title. They were supposed to win 53 games that season. They only won 50, guys. Once again, underachieving LeBron James' team. Once again, now, let's think about this now. When you go to the Lakers now, guys, in 2019, goes to the Lakers. They had the 4th best odds, guys, to win the title that season. A lot of people don't realize that. They never talk about this stuff. The Lakers had the 4th best odds, guys, the 2018-19 season. LeBron James' first year in LA. The Lakers were scheduled or expected to win 48 games that season, guys. They won 37. They won 37 games. Now, yes, LeBron James had an injury. I believe he missed like 20 games that season with the groin injury. But remember, he activated playoff mode that season, and nothing happened. He activated playoff mode, and nothing happened for the Lakers in 2019. Even though they had the 4th best odds to win the title, they were expected to win 48 games. They won 37. Once again, underachieving a LeBron James-led team. The following season, they win the title in the bubble, right? Anthony Davis comes to the Lakers. The Lakers going into that season had the 2nd best odds, guys, to win the title that season. The 2nd best odds. This wasn't a shocker that they won. They were expected to be the 2nd best team or the 2nd closest team to a title. That season, they were expected to win 50 games. They won 52 in a bubble season. No doubt about it. The following season, once again, the Lakers coming into that season, guys, preseason odds, they were the best odds to win the title. They were number 1 in the preseason odds, guys, to win the title. Number 1. Number 1 as defending champions. And what happened? They got bounced out in the first round. They were expected to win 47 games that season. They won 42. Once again, a LeBron James team not living up to expectations, being inconsistent, guys, right? And then we look at 2022, right? When he brought together a super duper team and he told us to keep that same energy, right? Got all those guys together, all those top 75 players. And what happened that season? Coming into that season, guys, they had the 2nd best odds. I told you, I heard Kendrick Perkins say they were going to win 70 games that season. They had the 2nd best odds coming into the season to win the title. They were supposed to win 52 games that year, guys. They won 33 games. 33, guys. They were supposed to win 52. They won 33. Once again, a LeBron James-led team, underachieving, being inconsistent, guys. This is the theme. You see the theme here, guys. Ah, man. So I just read off, I don't even know how many. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is that, 15? 15 different seasons here, 14 different seasons, guys. And out of all these seasons, LeBron James was supposed to be going into the season, guys. The preseason favorites, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different occasions. He was a number 1 favorite coming into the season, guys. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other occasions, he was a number 2 team for preseason title odds. So really, guys, there's been no season where LeBron James has been the quote-unquote underdog. LeBron James has played on super teams essentially most of his career. Since 2011, he's been on super teams. And every one of those seasons, guys, his team was the favorite to win the title. Every one of those years, right? The only years he wasn't on a super team that he didn't have a preseason favorite was 2017 when he was on a super team Cavaliers. He was number 2. Every other year is number 1, guys. Look at the Lakers. 2nd, 1st, 2nd. Every year that he's had Anthony Davis there. 2nd, 1st, 2nd, guys. This LeBron James, this is what I'm alluding to when I tell you guys. The LeBron James-led teams are what? Underachievers, are inconsistent, and this goes to why they're not the favorites, so to speak, all the time, going into the finals maybe perhaps. But going into the season, everyone is expecting them to do much more. They don't live up to the expectations. LeBron James is load managing. He's not playing defense all these years. He's not hustling and giving the effort all the time all these years, right? You can't be consistent when you have your teammates trying to fit around you every season. They're trying to figure out essentially every single season. You're playing in the system. You're not allowing your teammates to help you. This is what I'm always telling you guys, and you guys see it right now in black and white. I just broke it down to you guys. They're always the preseason favorites, but for some reason, they never live up to the over-under, right? They're expected to win a certain amount of games. They don't. And of all those seasons I read off, guys, 11 of those seasons, him and his team finished under the expected win total. So they underachieved. They didn't live up to expectations. So coming into the playoffs, people don't believe in them. They don't believe in the LeBron James-led teams. LeBron James inconsistent on his own. In the fourth quarters to close games, he's inconsistent. So why would they always be the favorite when they're not living up to the hype during the regular season? And I wrote something else down. If we contrast it to a Michael Jordan briefly, right? Obviously, Michael Jordan didn't play as long as LeBron James, but I did some of the seasons that I could find. For the preseason favorite, guys, the odds coming into the season. In 1989, they had the 10th best odds to win the title, number 10, right? They were supposed to win 45 games. They won 47, guys, right? Over the amount. They overachieved that season, right? Remember, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals that year. You know, they had the 10th best odds to win the title, guys. That was the Chicago Bulls in 1989. In 1990, they had the 6th best odds to win the title. They were supposed to win 50 games. They were expected to win 50 games. They won 55, all right? 5 games over the expectation. Once again, they made to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So that means that they were one of the 4 last teams to play in the NBA playoffs, even though they had the 6th best odds. They overachieved. 1991, they had the 4th best odds to win the title. A lot of people don't realize, I told you guys, going into the season, the Bulls had the 4th best odds, guys. You know who number 1 was? The Detroit Pistons, everybody tells us was old. We're going for a 3-peat. They had the best odds to win the title that season in 1991, guys. But everyone will tell you they're old. The Bulls had the 4th best odds. They were expected to win 63 games, right? But they won 61. They 2 games short of that. 61, still a really good record, right? So they lived up to the hype, and they won the title. So they overachieved, right? They had the 4th best odds. They ended up beating the team with the best odds going into the season. The Bulls overachieved in that season, right? 1992, 1st best odds, expected to win 66 games. They won 67. They overachieved again. They were supposed to be the title favorites. They won the title. 93, they were the title favorites. They won the title. Expected to win 58 games. They won 57, 1 game less, right? So they lived up to the hype, right? 1994, I wrote something for 94, guys. The first year Michael Jordan left, you see they were the preseason favorites in 92, 93. The first year Michael Jordan retired, they were always down to 10th for the preseason title favorite. But in 1996, once again, they were number 1 in odds, first in the title odds, right? And they were supposed to expect to win 59 games. They won 72, we know that season, right? Overachieved. Once again, Michael Jordan-led team overachieving in the season, winning the title when they were expected to win going into the season. 1997, same thing. They were number 1 title favorites going into the season. They were expected to win 64 games. They won 69. Same thing. 1998, they were the first title favorites again, expected to win 57 games. They won 62, guys. So as you can see, a Michael Jordan-led team always overachieves, right? Lived up to the expectations. And of all those I just read off, they were over 6 times and only under 2 times. Right, and they won the championships every year that they were expected to come into that season. There's the difference, guys, between a Michael Jordan team and a LeBron James team. There's the difference between consistency and inconsistency, leadership and lack of leadership, allowing your team to play in a system, not allowing your team to play in a system, allowing your teammates to help you, not allowing your teammates to help you, allowing your coach to coach, not allowing your coach to coach, guys. You guys know the deal, man. This is all the facts, black and white, guys. LeBron James teams have always been inconsistent and never living up to the expectations, guys, right? They underachieve. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.